Tom, I can't wait to do Backstreet Boys talk.
Oh my goodness, I know too much about them.
All right. Roll around the barrel, vintage baseball podcast. You're down and lonely right now. It's coming up on Thanksgiving, and you have no choice but to be around your family. And this is the best time of the year to be a smoker because then you can just go outside every 15 minutes and take a smoke break. I haven't smoked in many years, but I used to do that stuff. All right. So we're back. I don't know. I'm back. Uh, Rudy Frias, my co-host, has been missing in action. So I don't know what to tell you. He's always got excuses. I did not hear an excuse today. So maybe he'll join us. You never know.
Hey, I'm over here.
That doesn't
That
that doesn't sound like Jeff Kozlowski to me.
yeah, uh, yeah, I wish. I mean, don't we all wish, honestly? But hey, it's me. I remember how to do this.
Jeff is full of knowledge, isn't he?
He's the smartest.
Anyway,
I don't. You know
welcome
what?
back to the podcast. It's Rudy Frias.
Let me just say up front, my hiatus has absolutely nothing to do with Cougar joining as a co-host. It has absolutely nothing to do with it. Was that
Rudy
believable?
jumped into a lifeboat, and Jeff Kozlowski jumped in, jumped on, jumped. The bad thing about Jeff Kozlowski is we had a gentleman ready to go to talk to be interviewed, and he ghosted us 3 times. That's right. I gave that guy 2 more chances after the first time. After he kept telling us how much he wanted to be on the show and everything, and this time he means it, and he's going to be here. And I did that 2 more times. So Jeff Kozlowski actually was here for that interview 3 times. It never happened.
you were Charlie Brown and he was Lucy.
Oh my God, it was just the worst. Anyway, we are glad to be with all of you on this Monday before the big turkey day. Why are we with you today? Well, an intriguing thing is happening in vintage baseball right now, and we have no idea what it is. Rudy's been putting together the puzzles. He's been playing Jenga. He went to a bingo hall. He's been trying everything to figure out the clues that Tom Fesolowich has been putting out there, big bat from the New York Mutuals, about something big that's coming to vintage baseball. And so today we actually have Tom with us. Tom, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me again. I'm glad to hear I was the fourth choice of the evening.
No, you're the first choice of the evening. That
I'm
guy
kidding.
was only one choice 3 times, and that was in the
Okay.
past. It was in the past. We don't want to talk about that. Anyway, Tom, you're
Yeah, what do you guys
causing
want to talk about? You
you're
guys want to talk
causing
about
quite
my
a
new car?
stir.
Or...
Did you
New
get a new
car.
No, no, not really. A new used car.
New to you? Heck yeah.
Yep, yep.
Well, you've caused quite a stir. There's quite a commotion going on. Everyone has their ideas of what these clues mean. Why don't you just give everybody that doesn't know what we're talking about an idea of what you've been doing lately?
Okay, for the last 10 days, I've been giving out clues. A lot of them are rhyming. A little, anybody who knows Nipsey Russell, there's a Nipsey Russell reference for you. I've been rhyming some clues with a combination of pictures and music to a big announcement. And I've had a lot of very interesting guesses. and puzzling a lot of people and frustrating the crap out of a lot of people. But when you see the final answer, you'll know.
So go ahead and give us a couple of the worst guesses that you've heard.
Good. I'm glad you asked, because I have some really good ones.
You can choose to add names to those guesses if you want.
Oh, okay. I'll start with Daffy. Daffy from Old Beth Page. I'm not pregnant. There you go. There's the first one. God. Sorry to get you in mid-sip there. No, I am not pregnant.
It came out my nose.
On a more serious guess, it's not Doc Adams related, unfortunately. I really wish it was. But hopefully that'll be coming soon. It's not a TV broadcast. Somebody guessed that. Here's one of the more interesting guesses from one of your people, from Mr. Landon Yeti's. Here's Landon's guess. It's not a festival on the 4th of July near the JFK airport. I don't know how he got that. We still there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're here.
Oh, okay. I'm not making a comeback. There's another interesting guess came from one of my teammates, the kid, that has something to do with England.
Ooh.
He'll explain it to me someday. I have no idea. Really? How did he get to England?
I mean,
oh my gosh,
the Beatles and
okay.
Keep Calm. A lot of. I'm sorry. Proceed. We'll go. Yeah.
No. That's
we gotta.
That's pretty much most
back up a step.
Yeah.
Tom, you said somebody guessed that you were going to make a comeback. What are you talking about? I just saw you get up to the dish at the Rocky Point Festival, nail one down the left field line, make your way over to first, and then go sit down for the rest of the day. Like, all you do is hit. Like, what do you mean make a comeback?
That trip down the first base line was the longest 3 hours of my life. You knew I had to hit the ball pretty far to make it to first safely, for those who've seen me running, because of bad knees. But I do hope to come back and play next year. I've been working on the weight and working out, walking. But that is not the answer, and that's not big news. Come on, who cares? And I'll give you another hint right now. It's big news. It has nothing. Well, it has very little to do with me and very little to do with the Mutuals, but it does have to do with vintage baseball, obviously.
Okay, so Tom, let's go through these clues, and Rudy's probably going to give you his feedback on all of these clues.
Oh, I'd love to hear it.
And maybe we can brainstorm and spitball some of these clues and see if we can piece them together like a puzzle before you give us maybe a niblet of what's going on here. So looks like on November 12th, is that when this started?
I guess so.
Wow. November 12th, you broke the news with a post that says, "Who likes a puzzle?" Well, here comes one. Be prepared for a hint every day, culminating with a big announcement. What is it? When is the announcement? That's for you to figure out. The hints can be in the music, the pictures, or the words. I'm having a hard time reading this because it's white type over a white picture. Oh, wait. Or all three shall see the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. And that's the clue for day number one. Here's the music that went with it. My favorite Ozzy Osbourne song.
What?
Okay, Rudy?
Yes.
Before he gives you a nugget on this, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, naturally, I tried to dissect this one as much as I could, and it's The Weeknd playing in the background, and I was like, okay, so this is going to be a weekend thing. Something's happening on a weekend. I'm not sure what it is, but then the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. That stood out to me for some reason. So in my head, as I imagine most people, we were like, oh, okay, so this is going to bring together people, or that it's something that benefits the whole community and not just like a certain section. So that's what I got with this one. It's something on the weekend, and it has to do with like a large number of people.
Okay. Tom, on a score of 1 to 10, how'd Rudy do on that clue?
I'll give him a 7.
That's passing, baby. Woohoo!
Was there anything that you wanted to add to that hint before we go on to the next one?
I will say for that one and for the future ones, it seems like Rudy might be reading into it a little too much. That's my hint.
Well, great.
So
now let's just go back to the drawing board.
He's making a mountain out of a molehill. Okay.
Yes.
That's what we do. The next day was a picture of JFK and Jackie Kennedy. She's in her pink dress with her pillbox hat. She's about to get brains on her dress in a matter of hours. Is that
too soon? Too soon.
I don't think I don't think that's the same dress, right? Isn't it?
It
no,
is.
that's the day. That is definitely the day that happened. Yeah.
I thought that day was blue. Her dress was blue. Sorry, my bad.
Learn your history. Day 2, who likes a puzzle? Well, here comes one. Be prepared. This is the same clue. What is this? What is this tomfoolery you're pulling off here?
I think the clue is in the song.
All right, let me play the song.
Did you play it?
Of course, everybody. You don't hear it?
I didn't hear it, but I'm sure
I didn't hear it either.
I'm sure the audience hears it because they hear what you play.
It's oh well. Let me try this again. I wonder if there's a. Do you hear it now?
Yep.
Now, okay. Now I know what I have to do to do this stuff. I'm still learning. I can be taught. The song "November Rain" by Guns N' Roses. Rudy, your thoughts?
Well, this one just threw me for a loop. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, something's happening in November. Like, that's what I was like. Wait a, something's going on in November. Nobody plays vintage baseball in November, so I was lost on this one. But then I was like, yeah, because I definitely was like, well, I do know my history, and wasn't it the 22nd that JFK was assassinated? And I was like, okay, so maybe November 22nd is the day.
November 22nd, 1963 in Dallas, Texas is the assassination of JFK. And the song is November Rain. So come on, kids, let's put 2 and 2 together. This is something
I know,
that's
this
happening.
is the easiest clue. It's the easiest
this
clue.
is happening on a weekend in November. Probably around. Come on.
Big bad space.
You had it. You lost it.
he was beaming with pride as you worked it out, and then when you went away from it, he just like crestfallen. He was like, "Oh gosh."
Okay. So I got sidetracked by Rudy's bringing up the weekend in the song.
Oh, don't blame me. Don't you
one.
dare blame me.
I am. I should not have listened to you. So this is something happening in November, and it looks like probably around the death of JFK. So we are having a memorial game of vintage baseball where you have to catch the ball with your temple.
Oh my God.
This is one of them that I'm going to give you guys today if you're not getting it. Because you guys are so far off. I don't get it.
We're quickly making it up his worst guest list. He's like, these guys are so far off.
I mean, this was the easy clue. It said, first of all, the clue, the written word says, when will the announcement be?
November 22nd.
November
1963.
22nd is your answer. There
So
you go.
obviously, we have to go find Doc Brown, and we need 1.21 gigawatts, and we're
Yep.
going to go back to Daly Plaza in Dallas, Texas, and that is when we will get our answer. Then and only then.
No. This
Okay,
November
so
22nd.
this November 22nd, which, according to my calendar,
Wednesday.
is a Wednesday. Thanks for ruining that for me, Tom. I went
I'm
through all
sorry.
that work of picking up my calendar to read it.
I ruined your cliffhanger.
So Wednesday, November 22nd, which is in 2 days.
Yep.
Oh my, oh my, oh my. Okay, so now I'm looking for day number 3. Here we go. Day number 3. It says, who likes a puzzle? Well, here comes one. Be prepared for a hint of a path. Culminating with a big announcement out of the ashes. Seems like you're reaching on this one. Okay. Let's play the song. I hear nothing. There we
There
go.
it is.
Starting over. It's a great song. I mean, if you're not singing along.
I bought the album the day before he was shot. I was like, oh my God, what a shock. What a shock.
So I would say, obviously, this has to do with famous people being killed. That's what we're doing here somehow.
I'm noticing that pattern now.
Rudy,
this is where I
your
go
thoughts
post.
on this? Yeah, we've been waiting for it. Thanks for the warning and the announcement ahead of time. Rudy, your thought.
So I went down a rabbit hole on this one, and don't judge me too hard. I was like, a phoenix rising is the image. It's a phoenix, and I was like, something's gone is coming back, and the song Starting Over by John Lennon. I was like, so listen, I was in my head, I was like, are we going back? Is Central Park coming back? But that I'm not even going to tell you how I got to Central Park from there, from that thought process. But initially I started racking my brain. What is gone? What used to exist in the community that is coming back and people would be excited for? So that's what I was on. I mean, it's pretty vague, honestly, as an answer.
So obviously, Tom has done something that's going to make all vintage baseball clubs follow accuracy of the rules. That's what's happening. All the rules are actually coming back. And now you can't play vintage baseball unless you follow the rules.
Huh? He's figured it out.
They're coming back. They're coming back. Okay, ignore what I say, Tom. How did Rudy do on that? I'll give Rudy a 9 on that,
though. I'll give Rudy a 9 on that.
Something's coming back. Something's coming back. Welcome back. Okay, so Rudy's gonna think about this.
That just made it worse for me. Here I am. I'm thinking I'm like Nicolas Cage in National Treasure. I'm I'm figuring all this out. I'm deciphering all these clues, and then like I'm just grasping at straws here.
Rudy, for one, let me say, I still can't believe you're here. 2, let me say, I think you're going to figure this out. I think you are that close. I feel it. I think one more clue, then you are going to put these pieces together and ruin.
I won't. I will not do that. I won't do that on air.
I'll have you know it has to be an exact answer, otherwise you're out.
Exactly.
Yes, and in the right tone. I'm under. I gotta let you know, I'm under contract and legally liable if I reveal it too early.
See, that's what I'm going to pop in the chat. Don't worry.
So was the young kid who plays Spider-Man, but he gave away everything in the Marvel universe all the time.
Yeah.
Day 4, who likes a puzzle? Was, well, here comes one. Be prepared for a hint every day, culminating with a big announcement, not just the mutuals. All right. Well, this is a big letdown. I think we've already determined that.
Yeah, we did. But
Here's
I
a
was
song.
trying to narrow it down for people like Rudy that had these big, grandiose ideas of Big Bat making a comeback.
The song isn't playing, but the song is Come Together by the Beatles. There it is.
Yep.
So this is a get together that used to exist that's coming back.
Yeah, karaoke part 2 at Big Bat's house. Oh, shoot. Did I give it away?
Oh, please. Please.
Funny story about the karaoke at Big Bat's house is there was no fear. There was no fear in the backyard of Big Bat. And so that's always, look, when you see karaoke and there's people singing stuff with no fear, that's really what it should be all about.
Yeah.
But so Tom, the rules here in a Michigan karaoke situation are much different than a Big Bat backyard situation, right?
Really?
And I'll tell you why. So I got up there and I was going to sing a song. And I asked the guy if he had a certain song. And he typed, doo, 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 and he found it. So I wrote down the song and and I left it there, right? My name and the song. That's not how he does it. That's how you do it in Michigan is you write down your name, the name of the song, and you give it to the host, right? So I set that down and I went back and sat down. Unbeknownst to me, his the whole way he was doing it was you just go up there and you stand there and he just calls you up to sing a song. You just stand there. And so like I wasn't really paying attention a lot, but I was like 6 or 7 songs went by. I'm like, boy, it seems like the same 4 people are singing over and over again. And I I'll just let it go. I'm a guest here. I'm not going to say nothing. And then sooner or later, I'm like, I think he lost my slip. And then I noticed everybody is just
is that what he
there.
told
and
you?
I'm like,
Is that what he told you? Because I think
No.
there's something else going on.
You must have picked a horrible song.
He did not tell me anything. That's because that's when I was karaoke hosting. That's what we did. So I just did, and it's wrong. And
at the bar, he does it differently. He does it differently at the bar. But this is my backyard, so it's informal.
And I don't think my song would have went over with the songs I was hearing. I don't think Old Country Conway Twitty was going to work.
Oh, that would have worked. Yes, it would have. It would have. Damn.
Anyway.
Oh, well.
There's
always another time.
Rudy, I was going for the big one, too. I was going with my Bring Down the House number.
Yeah.
And, so I'm disappointed. This, Tom, this bonus clue was between 4 and 5. Am I going in the right order?
Yeah, okay. I didn't put them in order, so just let me know what it is.
This is a GIF of a young child saying, "So excited, I can't wait." And it says, "Did I give it away? It's hard to say, or just another hint on another day. Check out our daily hints on some big news." And
yeah, I felt like I gave it away on that last clue.
Oh, so you're trying to hide your track?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, shoot.
Okay. So this last clue.
I smell wood burning, Rudy.
No, the last clue is just, it's okay. I see what you're saying. All right. So the day 5 clue is who likes a puzzle. Well, here comes one. Be prepared for a hint every day coming in with a big announcement. Although it wasn't back then,
It is, yeah,
it is now.
it is.
Although it wasn't back then, it is now.
So I mean, I pay, first off, the musical choices are just chef's kiss. I love all these.
Thank you.
And so I was like, oh, it's got to do something with shoes. Clearly, people are gonna. I'm joking. No, I just wanted to see your face. Oh, the listeners, if you could have seen the disappointment on Big Bad's face.
We have
Oh my God.
Tom. Do you have a Rob coming into the room?
What?
Do you know somebody by the name of Rob that would be coming into the room? Do you have
I know
somebody
several
coming in?
Robs, yes. Yeah, probably, just one. Yeah. One that would text it. Yeah.
Okay.
Pickles?
It just says Rob. So
It's probably Pickles.
so we'll go with this. So Rudy, we got the Star Spangled Banner, we got the flag. You thinking the 4th of July?
I initially I was like 4th of July, right? So then I looked up 4th of July in the calendar, and the 4th of July in 2024 is a Thursday.
Tuesday. Oh, is it a Thursday?
It's a Thursday. So I was like, that can't be the date, because nothing. Why would it? And then I just went like national pastime. I was like, America. I was like, oh, it's a baseball, obviously. It's something to do with baseball. This one kind of confused me because honestly, November 22nd is on a Friday. And then this one, I was like, 4th of July. I thought it was a redirect. I thought this was a kind of something to throw people off of a scent. But I mean, this is just, all of my notes are on Post-it notes, Big Bad. And they are just, I mean, I look like a crazy person.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you have strings running to each one of them? Too?
I was one step away from getting out the thread.
Okay, so that brings us to our next bonus hint where it says, I gave you the date several days ago. So, Big Bad, in this clue, are you referring to the date of the release or the date of whatever you're going to release?
I guess that's for you to figure out. No, I was referring to the date of release.
Okay, so we already have that.
Yeah, well, I've tried to. Some people were guessing something about Dallas too. I guess like, nope, I'm going to Dallas.
Oh, so funny.
Dallas has this really big building that's outlined in neon green, and I kept getting lost in the city. But I'd be able to see that neon green building, so I just drive back to that building and start all over again. This is before GPS was on your phone, so
yeah,
I'm that old. I was the second gunman. Here we go. Day 6 is the keep calm because something big is coming. You're really overselling at this point, Tom.
Well,
I am. And look who I got hooked through. I've reeled him in like a big fish.
You did.
Oh, yeah.
You totally did. And this is where I feel like the whole London thing kind of came in, because it was like a lot of Beatles and then the keep calm. I was like, oh my gosh, are we going to England? Oh my God. But yeah.
Now I see it. Now I see it.
I think we're going to become England again. Huh? Something? Huh? That's what he's announcing, that America has gone back to being with England. Anyway, it says it's not the song, but who sings it sometimes. It's the song. Okay. It's starting to come in a little bit here. So, Rudy, this is Along Comes Mary. Do you know who sings Along Comes Mary?
I do not.
It says it on the thing.
Boy. I'm about
Don't ruin it.
I'm about to get your gears grinding, Rudy.
What? I don't.
The name of the band that sings Along Comes Mary is the Association.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna pop into the chat. Oh, I started sweating. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Is that the last clue? Tom, was that the
No.
last clue?
No,
Oh, okay.
that's
I'm
only clue
gonna keep
6.
looking up. Oh, there's 7. Okay. Seventh clue is everything old is new again. It's been a few years would be another clue. Oh, geez. And then the song is Patience by Guns N' Roses. Obviously selected for people like Rudy.
Thanks.
Tom, how close do you think Rudy is to figuring this out?
I'm way off.
I'm worried that Along Comes Mary is distracting him tremendously.
It is,
and he's
like,
thinking. Not that it is not a clue or anything, Rudy, but you can go down that rabbit hole. It's okay.
I'm scratching things off furiously. Like,
oh, this is a ball. This is worth it. This alone makes it worth it. I got to tell you.
I'm glad.
A bonus hint that says it's our logo. Looks pretty sweet. It's our logo on top of our logo, Rudy.
Yeah.
That's a pretty sweet graphic that he did there. It says, come Monday, the barrel rollers decree, secrets unveiled, or the answer set free. Rudy and Matthew, ready as can be. At 7:30, join us with glee.
Okay, so this is where my hysteria took over, and I was like, look at all the words that have capitalized letters, because I was like, some of these words don't deserve capital letters.
Seriously?
And yeah, this is where my mania took over. I'm sorry.
Oh my!
Hey, you know what I just realized?
I want to hear this. Go.
You know what I realized when I read that hint is, Tom, you wanted to share this with everybody, and I did not put that link out to anybody.
Oh, I put it out to everybody, so have no fear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not even gonna.
I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you know this about Vintage Baseball podcasts and Zooms, but nobody comes. They all download it later on their free time.
I figured as much. Yeah. Even my team doesn't like me and come on, so.
Rudy, you want to say something?
No, I was trying to spell words without vowels, because I was like, okay, there's an S highlighted, and then there's an R and an M capitalized, and yeah, so it did. This one was not helpful, and I definitely was not using.
Seems like you're going away.
I know. I'm telling you, I felt like I was in on it, and then it kind of, I'm drifting off. I'm heading to foggy London town.
Well, usually
the day 8. Oh, go ahead.
No, usually we capitalize names, Rudy. I'm just going to go with that. Didn't want to throw you off there.
Oh, okay. Thanks, guys.
Wow. Day 8. It says the usual, and then it says getting frustrated. Sometimes it's not giving me the rest of the message.
Sometimes singing helps.
There it is. Sometimes singing helps. So there's a music clue here. Rudy, do you have a hint, a clue? Do you have a clue, a hint? Do you have something that you think that this is happening? What's happening there?
This is so history. I was like, okay, so whatever's coming back from the ashes, like rising like the phoenix, is going to happen in New York, and it has to do with the history of baseball. And that is all I got.
So I'm terrible at this kind of stuff. So I'm going to tell you my guess is if I were to go bring up my Google machine, which I am not doing, I would say that there is some sort of league or something dealing with the association where there is some sort of tournament or something that happened back in the day that is now coming back and is going to be open to anyone who wants to go to it. And when you refer to not being for everyone, that means some teams that exist aren't going to want to play by that style of whatever the rules are for this, so they're not going to come to it. But most would. That's where I'm at. On a scale of 1 to 10, Tom, how close am I?
I say you're at an 8. You're going down the correct path, and that's all I'll say to that.
Is it at Central Park? Rudy wants to know if it's at Central Park.
No.
You're not supposed to.
Don't read the chat. No.
Don't read the chat just in case I'm right. Shh.
I know. I couldn't help it. Okay, so here we are at the next hint. You've had your fill. What's new is free. Around the corner, the truth will be when revealed. Clarity will steer. No fear. As clues align, crystal clear.
Okay, now you're just bragging. You're taking a walk on this one. This is not like, this is you feeling yourself. You're like, I've got him right where I want him. Let me throw in some Dr. Seuss. Thanks a lot.
Well, he played in the song "I'm Bad." Come on. He's nationwide. You know why he's nationwide? Because any vintage baseball team can play in this. In fact, it's almost like there will be little tournaments all over the country. And the winner of these tournaments will be at this event to declare a world champion.
Whew. Do you want a rating on that?
No, nope. Because Barrel Roller just walking that out made day 9's clue. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even look at it. Here we go. Who likes a puzzle? Well, here it comes. We'll be prepared for a hint.
Let me tell you about the last clue. There is a clue in the last clue. There's 2 clues. There you go, Rudy.
Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me?
Your wife hired me.
The reveals approaching. She'd never hire you. You're too meaty. Just wait and see. She's a vegetarian. There's a vegetarian joke.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I've done better. Just wait and see. Anticipation's brewing. Excitement will croon. Some may cheer. Others in doubt soon. And then there's another song about togetherness. You know what? I don't know why Rudy blocked it. I would like, on a scale of 1 to 10, on my last guess, how close am I?
Oh, you went from, what were you on before? Did I say you were a 7 before?
No, you said you were an 8. Heading.
Okay, so you dropped down to 7.
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
Man, that was a good guess.
That's about me. That makes sense.
This one, I honed in on the word brewing.
I forgot to bring that guess up.
Yeah.
Somebody guessed I was opening my own brewery. And I was like,
Oh,
damn,
really?
I wish I was. Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be big news.
It would be. Yeah, very good. Very good.
Brewing. Well, let me ask you this, Rudy. If I were to pull up my Google machine, who would have been one of the earliest beer sponsors in baseball?
Pabst Blue Ribbon. I have no idea.
God, I hope not.
Oh my God. I see where you guys are going with this one. I guess my head's more complicated.
Also, he says excitement will croon. Now, that's Rat Pack-ish, Frank Sinatra-ish, Dean Martin-ish. They're crooners. Rudy, any other crooners you know? Bing Crosby? He a crooner?
No. Mel Torme.
Mel Torme.
Wow, Velvet Frog.
So I don't know what that's all about.
I thought, honestly, I'll tell you my thought process was, I know that there was like an Omegang Brewing event that used to happen. We never were able to make it out, but had the invite. And I was like, ooh, maybe there's something happening at a brewery.
There's always something happening at a brewery. You know, it says some may cheer, others in doubt. That's because Tom's doing something that only 75% of vintage baseball is going to like, Rudy. What are things that 75% of vintage baseball likes and 25% does not like about vintage baseball? Competition?
I was about to say the rules.
The rule? Accuracy? Not having your phone out while you're on the bench? White shoes, Rudy? Yeah. So that's where I'm going with that, and I take all of that together, and it did not help me. Well, you have to play. Well, I'll tell you what it is. If you took the entire vintage community, I would say 75% care about accuracy. And even if they might play by different rules, they wouldn't mind playing by accurate rules. So it would be bound accurately open stealing tournament. That's all I'm at. That's where I'm at right now.
Okay, so we should have been talking this entire time, Barrel Roller, because what you just worked out loud, and then I'm reading the last clue. I'm like, I'm gonna pop some guesses into the chat, because I'm like, I feel
I'm
like
not allowed to read these, am I? Damn it.
Not out loud.
Okay. The next clue is think you've cracked it. Don't be a detractor. Accuracy is key. You see, I want to say for the record right now, everybody, I did not read these clues ahead of time because I wanted the content for the show. Once Tom agreed to be on the show, I have not been reading these because I wanted the freshness. So I achieved what I wanted to achieve. And now it says accuracy is key. And I think I figured that part out. Be a historical actor in the realm of baseball where time is a factor. Let's play the game. Stay true. Be the enactor. Play the song. Oh yeah, I nailed it.
I mean, love that's the type of preparation.
I think I've nailed this.
That's the type of preparation the people tune in for, Barrel Roller. We don't do any research. We don't plan ahead. We're just all going from the gut here.
I'm playing the game. I'm playing the game.
I love it.
Yeah, he is.
I've got so many ideas, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm so afraid that I'm gonna get it right, and then I'm going to spoil. So I don't.
Uh,
I'm just
Put it in the.
you know, Rudy, I'm a little
that-
confident that you won't.
Okay, good. Never mind then. Okay, so here's my.
No, I don't know. Oh, don't guess that. No, I'm nervous.
I know, I'm nervous too.
My lawyers are listening carefully right now.
Well, you could just pretend and say no.
That's true.
Oh man, I didn't come to podcast as to sweat. Jeez, oh man.
Okay, Rudy.
Yeah.
Rudy, I don't want you to look at Tom. What I
Okay.
want you to do is I want you to give a guess,
Okay. Let me block
some
his
details
face.
that I have not, because I don't want him to give it away to you if you're right or wrong. Because if he has to deny it,
Okay.
I want him to be able to deny it.
Okay.
Rudy, you've heard all the clues. You've heard all the music. We've come to the end. The official guest of the Roller Out the Barrel Vintage Baseball Podcast from Rudy Frias is...
As I block Tom's face, there will be a tournament happening on July 4th that is a recreation of an actual tournament that took place in the 19th century. I feel like all the clues are leading up to historically accurate representation of a tournament. That's what I think. And I blocked Tom's face, and I'm going to pull my hand down.
Where does the brewery come into this? Dude,
Well,
you left the brewery out.
Well, there's going to be beer. I don't know. I got to figure it out.
There's always beer,
I-
Rudy.
I think what we've got here is another somewhat like world tournament situation where it's what Tom is envisioning as the centerpiece now, which is hard on the East Coast because they treat all of vintage baseball like an event. So everything's an event. It's never just so-and-so plays so-and-so. That's it. It's always something. They add stakes, they add meaning, there's history thrown into it somehow, some way. So you have dozens of these special events on the East Coast. In the Midwest, we have a few. But on the East Coast, you have dozens, and now you have to make a Super Bowl of all of these special events that you do. There has to be one that stands apart. What makes the East Coast stand apart? What event? There is no one event that makes the East Coast stand apart, except if you consider Silver Ball in New York, because that's a big event that teams like to go to. So that's where my thinking is Tom is thinking big badish, and he's thinking Super Bowl, and this is his. You've built your Super Bowl, and you're going to announce it on Wednesday that it's going to be probably at Old Bethpage. Maybe that's only 2 fields. So if you're doing a big event, that won't be big enough. So I don't know where you would go with that. So I don't know the where, but I'm going to find out Wednesday. So you said you would give us something, a little something, not all of it. You're not going to ruin it. You're not going to tell us, but you said you'd give us a little something. What's that something?
Oh, I already gave it to you, the date.
There it is.
But let me see. I have some more. Let me see. I'm pulling up my notes here that the lawyer said I could do.
There's a lawyer involved. Look at all these Post-it notes. There's a lawyer involved. Oh my god.
Okay. Here's your hint. Well, I could give you the rhyme version, or I'll just give you the simple one. I don't want Rudy to go over the top with the capital letter stuff.
Is there a song that goes with this hint?
No, I do not have a song for this. Sorry. You caught me unprepared, but I heard that's what you had to do for the show, is not be prepared.
There you go.
So,
Whoa. not prepared today. Let Rudy speak for himself. He's never prepared. I'm always prepared, except today
Yeah.
when it came in handy to not be prepared.
Okay. I'm ready for the clue.
All right. Well, the news that you're going to receive can benefit all of us. That's it.
Cheap Medicare. And there it was.
That's it.
That's all right, Tom. You don't have to tell us.
So,
we know.
well,
I've
here, wait a
cracked
second.
The code. I just don't know the details that will come in later.
It's
boom. Nailed it.
I'm honing in on the word benefit. Because if there are lawyers involved and it's a benefit, there's going to be some money involved. So that's all I got right now.
We're raffling off all the single guys in vintage baseball.
Yeah.
We're going to have one of those walkways.
Yes.
Welcome to the party, pal.
I got to start saving up for Mike Feeney.
I'm going to do a hopeless promotion here that it's possible tomorrow on Corky's Zoom that something gets revealed.
Oh my gosh. Here we go.
It's possible.
Oh,
That's Tuesday at 8:00.
Central Time, right?
It's
Eastern
possible
time.
If you accidentally slip up. Is that what you mean?
Yep.
All right. So go to Corky Zoom tomorrow night.
Sorry to promote it. And I'll be on Letterman later this week.
Letterman. I don't know when the last time you saw Letterman was, Tom.
Well, he's
does
not
podcasts. Doing that anymore.
He does podcasts.
Yeah, he'll do a podcast.
Oh,
Strike Force 5. He did that.
Strike Force 5.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, Tom, thanks for joining us and stressing Rudy out. But let me ask you this. How'd your season go?
We had a great season. I think we finished 15-14, but we had some really good events. Where we exposed a lot of people to vintage baseball, which to me is a success, and eliminated some of the myths in people's eyes, because it's amazing how many people still believe Abner Doubleday invented baseball, and I can't understand that, but they're out there.
Because this is what we do in this crazy, crazy world of ours. We get told something. We are given no other option. Listen, Abner Doubleday invented baseball. The end. There is no argument about that. Yeah. There's no argument. That's what happened. And then when you hear something different, when you get older, you're like, no, I've already spent most of my life on this. I'm just going to keep it like this.
Yeah, I found in my older age that history isn't always 100%. And we were brought up to believe it was 100%, and it's not.
It is not. Tom, you take a lot of really good pictures. What's the best? What's the best picture you've ever taken?
Boy, it would have been a vintage baseball picture for sure. It was. I took one of Old Soul wearing the Spiders uniform, the purple one.
Yeah,
I really like that picture a lot. It shows his eyes on the ball. It shows him making connection with the ball. It's one of my favorites.
You do take a lot of wildlife sort of for photos. What would you say is your favorite photo you've taken of some nature?
Yeah, I kind of took that up because I'm old and it's kind of required. Either feed the birds or take pictures of them. So I went with pictures.
Nice. I feed them. I feed the bird.
There's a picture of a white egret that I took a picture of that I got lucky with. I've been taking eagle pictures as well, but it's hard to get a hold of them because I don't have the reach on my camera. But there's an egret picture I took that I really like.
I asked for one of those new bird feeders that is a smart bird feeder. So when the bird comes onto the feeder, you can watch the bird on your phone. I want one. I'm a bird watcher. I guess I'm old.
Yeah. True.
Damn it. Damn it. Anyway, Tom, what was your favorite event that you went to this year? You can only pick one.
Okay.
No. Do not say,
Well,
oh, but these 4 events were all so great.
no, I
Listen,
won't.
I know.
No, I'm very. The one thing I will not sugarcoat it at all. I won't say mine. That's all, because I don't. I don't even know if that would be my favorite because there's so much stress involved. Um, I enjoy Gettysburg. I gotta say Gettysburg for this point, because there's just so many people there you get to see again, and to me and this year I stayed in town, which was nice. So I would definitely say Gettysburg. And they run a great festival. They do.
So you probably go to Gettysburg every year, right?
Yeah, pretty much every year. Yeah.
So what is the one historic landmark or battlefield or tour, or what's the one thing you do every time you go? It's the same thing over and over.
Little Round Top. I always go to Little Round Top. Yeah. Because you can see Big Round Top from there, and it's just really it's in the woods, and it's kind of cool.
Rudy, did you go to Little Round Top?
Yeah, back in, I want to say 2015. Yeah.
Yeah, we're really discussing right now because we have to put my vacation schedule together. We really want to go to Gettysburg, and we're thinking if it doesn't fit in baseball wise, we're still going to go because how much everybody talks about the experience of Gettysburg itself. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how many more years I can miss Gettysburg because the baseball doesn't line up with my schedule.
Yeah.
So,
I find that baseball gets in the way of my seeing everything. I don't get to see as much as I want to.
Yep.
See, there you go. Sold American. Tom, you're a Mets fan?
No, Dodgers.
Dodgers.
Yeah.
boy, they really crapped the bed this year, didn't
they always do every year.
they?
Do you want him to get Shohei Ohtani?
Personally, I would say no. I don't see him being a good fit for them, to be honest. They really need pitching, and since he can't pitch,
yeah,
and the money's just they're better off spending money on pitcher. They tried to get what's his name from the Phillies, Nola.
Oh, Aaron
and
Nola,
they outbid the Phillies, and he still chose the Phillies. So that says something. Yeah.
Well, they got a good team right now. They got an incredible fan base.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon. And I hate Bryce Harper.
Yeah.
Hate him.
I used to hate him, and he's starting to grow on me. I don't know why, because his hustle or whatever, but I don't know.
He hustles now. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a look at me, Louie. I ever thought.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
There's so many people that listen to this that love Bryce Harper. They really hate when I dog Bryce Harper. He did really well in that last game. Good for him. And Castellanos, former Tiger, Nick Castellanos. He starts. God, I tell you, even back when he was on the Tigers, the guy when he's going good, he starts showing it. He gets so cocky, and his walk changes, his demeanor changes, and that just happened to him in the playoffs. So good for you, Nick. Stay humble, buddy.
Now, I'm going to ask you a question, Barrola. How do you feel about bat flips? Uh-oh, did we lose you?
No,
No.
You've stumped him. He's in thought right now.
No, yeah. I have an answer. I'm trying to they don't bother me if they're done in emotional moments. Like a bat flip just for the sake of a bat flip, not a fan. But if you're in an emotional moment, you just hit a game-winning home run, or you just tied it in the ninth, or something big just happened. I love emotion. I will always love emotion in all of my sports. And to me, a bat flip generally is emotion. Like the Jose Batista bat flip.
Yeah.
Best bat flip I've ever seen.
Yeah, I agree.
And that was all emotion. That and yeah, so I'm all for it. But when things start becoming just commonplace, it ruins it for me.
Yeah, that's true. And it's starting to become commonplace. I hate to say it, but there are, like you said, there are times you feel it, and those
Yeah.
are the good times.
I don't need to see a bat flip on a Tuesday in July from like I'm just throwing the
You're
team
down,
out there. Don't send the emails. I don't need to see a Tuesday bat flip in July from the Brewers, or
who's who's down by 6
yeah,
in the eighth
Yeah.
inning. You just hit
Yeah.
a solo homer.
Yeah.
No, no. Yeah. I could do with a little less unwritten rules of baseball at this point. I could do with some less.
I
This whole
feel like
hitting people with the ball thing, that hurts. That's going to injure somebody. And most of the time, you're throwing at somebody because your feelings got hurt.
yeah.
Or it's a back and forth beanball situation, which I feel less emotional about. Like if you're throwing at each other, okay, I have nothing to say about that. But if you're throwing at somebody because you didn't like something they did or said or looked at you wrong, I just hate that. People break their hands and their feet all the time in baseball because of that damn ball hitting them. I just don't. I wish we could stop doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure it'll be something in the future. I feel like we probably lost the whole audience because they're all going to their bulletin boards right now with their post-its and trying to figure this thing out.
I
Like
feel
Rudy
I
wants. Rudy's like running to the bulletin board right now. I think I got it.
I threw away all of my guests. I balled them up, and then I'm just gonna start fresh now. And the yarn, the thread is coming out. I'm about to become
Nice.
that meme of Charlie from Always Sunny just looking crazy. That's what I'm about to
Oh,
become.
great episode.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to become.
Oh, great episode.
Tom, if you ever make your way to Michigan, here in my neck of the woods, we have the single A affiliate of the Dodgers, the Great Lakes Loons.
Oh, the Loons. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. So
I'm trying to convince our team to come to Dearborn and play up there at the village there, and not necessarily for the Silver Bowl, just in general, and contact the Lottie Dolls and play them. But this year we just had too many trips, and that we were committed to already. And I'm looking at the chat here. I don't know.
You could do.
Oh, he says he wants to go to Dearborn also. Yeah, it's a great village. I got to tell you, wow. I mean, I know you guys have been there, but wow, if you haven't been there, it's definitely a place to go check it out. And the amount of fans they get is incredible.
Oh yeah,
I've been there once. I played there once, way back when. Yeah. What's that?
Yeah, if you guys were in town, they'd get a lot of people, and you could stay the weekend and play the Lottie Daz on a Saturday and the Nationals on a Sunday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's going to be. We got one of the new trips we got committed to this year is Boston, and we're playing in the harbor there at St. George's Island, and we couldn't pass up that opportunity. So that kind of took one of our weekends away. And of course, we have Gettysburg and the Doc Adams Festival, and Elizabeth's doing historical days, which we committed to. So it's just got to be too many trips, and it's hard to do.
All right. Well, Tom, thank you so much for joining us. Rudy, thank you for joining us. I feel like you're more of a guest than a co-host at this point, but maybe you'll be back next week. I
make no promises.
All right, and that's gonna do it for us. Stay tuned. We still got I don't know, 4 or 5 shows left before we take the off-season break as we get ready for next year. So, Rudy, you a little rusty on this?
Oh,
Say
God,
goodbye.
yeah. Yeah, I absolutely am. Hey, everyone, for the Big Bat, the Barrel Roller, I'm the Swamp Fox, and I want to let you know that if you're not fair fouling at a carriage, you're not fair fouling.
Tom, your feelings on the fair foul?
No, don't get him started. Come on.
I love it, but I know historically it might not be the best thing. I don't know. I don't know. I know it wasn't called a fair foul back then. That's all I know.
I don't think there's any literature that says somebody's doing some shenanigans by doing a fair foul type situation.
We're going to get so many emails and comments. What are you doing?
I have read something about
you.
baby hit. There is reference to a baby hit. Some think it's bunting, some think it's the fair foul. So maybe we should start calling it a baby hit.
Well, we can, especially when Rudy does it, because that's what he's aiming for.
Yeah, babies.
He's aiming for a baby when he hits a fair foul. The baby hit. We've just coined something for you, Rudy.
Oh, my God. You're going to get me in so much trouble.
Well, hitting babies is dangerous. I think that's what gets you in trouble. I don't think what we're saying gets you in trouble. The ball hurts worse than words, Rudy.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, boy.
All right. Everybody, make sure you check out Corky's Zoom. You can go to the Mutuals Facebook page and find out that link to go to that Zoom tomorrow night. And we will see you